So I'm out tonight doing a hammock camp. Bit different, normally I like to stick to my tents. But all the way through the winter time and coming into summer, I've always been on about getting up, getting out and being that person. And I speak to a lot of people who are not keen on tent camping, but they are hammock camping. And there are quite a lot of people follow my channel who want to get into hammock camping as well. And I've always said, you know, if you're going to try hammock camping for the first time, try do it in the summer months where it's a lot warmer. Because winter time, you need to take a lot more equipment with you. So times like this, when it's 27 degrees outside over here in the UK, and it'll be over this way, over here in the UK, you know, the warm nights are still 18, 19 degrees, so that's really warm. So you don't really need an under blanket, so you can get away with your hammock and a decent summer sleeping bag. And maybe if you're going to put your hammock up near water, you definitely need to think about getting a bug net. Now you can get hammocks with the bug net built into them. The one I'm using tonight is the Unigear, so the hammock is separate from the bug net itself. Now I'm not going to say I've walked miles and miles to get to this little camping spot. I've walked 10 minutes from car, not even that, because I am very local tonight. Summer's night, I just want to chill out and enjoy a real nice hammock camp and film this so you people can see what I get up to. And I do want to thank all my new followers to the channel, plus me people who's been following me for years. I just love it when people say you're down to earth talking, it's a down to earth channel. That is what I aim for. If you're not yet a follower of my channel, do consider hitting that subscribe button. Check out some videos below if you want, but just press the bell button when you press subscribe, and then you'll get told about when I upload new videos and things like that. So I am approaching the little woodland. So I have used this bit of woodland before. That's the farmer's house over there, he knows I'm here. So we will be heading towards this little bit of woodland here, setting up, and like I say, just enjoying the night. So I do have quite a few trees to pick from. I can go from this one here over to that one, from there to there as it goes on, from there to there, and then from there to there. I think this gap here is longer distance, but I probably will be better using these actually. So one thing the landowner says to me is, can you make it, you know, not so obvious, but you're going to be hammock camping as it's still very light. So I will be waiting to set the full thing up until, you know, the sun starts going down a little bit more. But in this video, I'm basically just showing you, but in the summer months you can get out, do hammock camping, dead cheap and very, very easy. My meal, you're going to laugh at it later on, but you know, it's just something, the way I'm thinking, we can all do it, you know what I mean? I don't want to pull out one of these stoves and start chucking wood in it and frying steak and stuff, because I know some people might not have these stoves and they might not have any steak, let's say, but the meal that I've got, it's at everybody's hands within a quick trip to the supermarket, really. There's a few kids playing in the field over that side. So I'm going to set the hammock up, but I'm not going from these two trees. I'm going to go from that tree down the slope a little bit. And this is my Unigear hammock now. This is available on Amazon for £25. That is how cheap hammocks are. And this is not a bad hammock really. And you do get some tree straps or tree hooks, whatever you want to call them, with it. So you get a hammock and these. And then you get a little carabiner clip at the end where you're going to clip to the tree straps. So that's how cheap these hammocks are, £25. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to go check it out if you're thinking about testing a hammock for the first time. So because these are really long straps, I'm going to have to wrap it around the tree a couple of times to start with. So the part that you're going to feed your chain through, and your chain is this part here, the daisy chain, so you've got a load of different settings. You want this part to be flat against the tree there, and you just go around it, and you go around it again. But all this matters, how thick the tree is and the distance from you and the tree within the hammock. And once you put it through like so, and that becomes tight and it ain't going to slip down the tree at all, and you've got the daisy chains all there with all these different settings. So just say if you put your hammock on that one, you clip it on there like so. So just say you want it, we're just going to set it up roughly first. If you put it on that one, your hammock's way too saggy. All you do is take it out of that one and just move it up a couple, so you can go like that. So we've already jumped about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Oh, that's always nice when you're laying down your hammock. Now, there's no perfect way for the hammock. Other people might like it sagged like a banana. Other people like it a bit tighter. The whole point of a hammock setup is the way you like it. You know if it's not right, because you'll end up getting out and adjusting the straps and making changes. But I do enjoy laying in a hammock. Sleeping in a hammock, well, yeah, I'm not 100% comfortable overnight sort of thing. But tonight, we're going to stay out and enjoy a nice hammock camp. Well, a low budget hammock camp, aren't we? So all I've got to do now is get my sleeping bag out, and then we're sorted, really. Oh yeah, and then I've got to show you my food. I know you'll all probably laugh at, but you know what? It's what I want to eat tonight. So I've just got off of doing a live stream from camp. So I was saying live from the hammock, and I was just talking away to people. I hope you're one of the people what's viewing this video now who I'm chatting to on the live stream. Please understand, my reading's not the best, so the way I struggle is I try my best to read people's comments. So a few unwanted comments in it, let's say. So I really use a lot of my battery life, and I thought, you know what, do a lot of recording at night, in the morning, pack up and go home. But yeah, I did a live stream, so if you haven't seen it, it's going to be the video below this. It's about an hour and a half long, so I don't know how you'll go ahead about watching that full length of video. But if you're not a subscriber to the channel and you want to see more of this live streaming from camp, it's something I'm going to start doing actually. You can check out the subscribe button, whack that, and you'll be able to see live streaming from camps from now on, and just stuff like that. I'm so happy how many people joined me on that live stream. So I'm just going to quickly show you the sleeping bag that I'm using. It's this tiny little OEX 200. So basically it's a summer sleeping bag, 2 seasons. It says the limit is 2 degrees, the comfort is 7. Well, it's going to stay about 16, 17 degrees tonight. So I know this one will be very, very brilliant for that. I've got my little bottle of orange juice here. So the meal that I am going to be having tonight, like I said earlier in the video, I don't want to bring out a decent sized stove, a massive lump of steak, because people might be looking at this video to start camping on a budget. So I do have another bottle of Fanta Pop. I've got some crisps, and I have this sweet chili chicken sandwich. Now hear me out, you might say, well, I like to come here for food. And going, listen to why I've done this. Basically, when you start camping, you always end up doing the same sort of thing. Cooking sausages on a little campfire, cooking burgers. That's some of the very first things everybody does. And then you start adventuring to like steak, chicken breasts and stuff like that, don't you? But the very first time you start camping, you always seem to get little meals like this just till you get used to camping. Like I say, you'll have a campfire and then you'll start sticking your burgers, your sausages on, your tin of beans and stuff like that. That is what truly happens. So yeah, this is a meal deal from Tesco's. I think about £3 something, I think the cost. But these do smell really nice. Yeah, I can't believe how well that live stream went. Like I say, if you want to be part of the live stream next time where I talk to you and answer your questions, you know, be part of the channel. Look at that. That is really nice. See, because it's summertime, you don't need to make a warm drink to warm yourself up. So some pop like this is fantastic. There's going to be a lot of rubbish here, isn't there? So if you do it like this, please take your rubbish home, leave no trace, don't chuck your rubbish on the floor, because somebody will only have to walk past and pick it up after you. I know what someone's probably thinking. Why the hell is he eating a meal deal? I watch this guy for his steaks and stuff. Well, a meal deal is same as making a sandwich at home, bringing it camping in it. You know, getting a packet of crisps out of the cupboard, making some pop, getting some fizzy pop if you've got some pop at home. It's just showing you it doesn't all have to be about this amazing equipment. You can get out and do it just from food at home. Hammock, £25. I'll share a link in the description like I've already said. You wear the birds. You know, I'm just showing you can do this without having to go massively into the expense. If you're going to hammock camp in the winter time, you're going to need a nice under blanket, a really warm one, because you do get cold patches, and you know in the winter time it'll get really cold. No matter how good your sleeping bag is, it'll always crush the material down in there, so you get cold patches. So in the winter time you need a really good under blanket, or you can use an air mat in it. So that's more money. You're gonna have to buy a decent sized tarp to go over your hammock. So that's more money. You know, it does actually start getting really expensive for hammock equipment. And then when you're hammock camping, if you use a sleeping bag, the best sleeping bags are the center zips, then having a side zip. So buying a center zip sleeping bag, that could be expensive. You can go to army stores and stuff, ex-army stores and stuff like that, and buy the British Army sleeping bags, center zip. You can use them ones. So when it's summertime like this, you don't have to worry too much about getting the most expensive stuff. £25 hammock. I think this sleeping bag were £20 at the time, so £45 here. It's not that bad, is it really? And you're outdoors. Right, I'm just looking at a little reflection here. See this reflection? It's a reflection of the little LED strips in the light. If I put it down here, it'll probably disappear. Yeah. It's 10:15 and it's still a little bit light. It's crazy. I think it's about 11 o'clock when it finally gets dark, and like I've said a few times in this video, then it gets light about 4 o'clock. But yeah, with me doing the live stream, you can check it out in the video below. So I might have said that already. If I have, I'm sorry. But with the doing that, I flatten my battery a lot. I've only got 30% left, so I do want to watch a little bit of YouTube on something. So I'm going to end the video now for tonight. I'm a little bit tired as well, and I'll see you in the morning. So I want to talk about cold patches. At the moment I'm not getting any underneath my bum, but I'm going to come back in the morning and tell you if I've had any. So let's see what happens. Next clip will be me waking up. Well, that made me jump out of my hammock. Already it's 6:20 in the morning and the sun's cracking in it. I drained a lot of my battery last night going live on the channel, so it ain't a very long video by what I managed to have a quick look at last night. I've got 18% battery left, so I do need to save it for some other parts of this video. But this is where you do want a cup of coffee in the morning, innit? But then it is what it is. So I did wake up through the night, bit cold, not cold, but you know, you could feel the chill. So all I had to do is put my sleeping bag around me. Wasn't really that too bad. It's just one of them situations where sometimes you're hot, you take it off, then you're cold, you got to put it back on. It's how it goes with me with hammock camping. And I'm not saying I found my love for it again. I've just given it a try, let's say. Got to roll your hammock straps, daisy chains back up like this. But not a bad night really. There we go. So it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Dog walkers are around now, so it's time for me to pack up and get off home, get this video edited so I can get it up today. It'll take me about an hour maybe, not that much footage really. If you like this video and you want to see more, you can press this here, it'll help you subscribe to my channel. I'll let YouTube recommend a video there what's suitable for you. Like I say, I'll share the link to this hammock if you're interested in the description. But most of all, thanks for watching. Sorry it's not been a long video, but that live took a lot of power out of my battery. I'll see you next time.